Retirement today is not what it used to be. We don't just retire, sit down and knit and play cards like our grandparents probably did. And nothing against knitting or cards, but a lot of us are living longer, thinking differently, and honestly, we still want to feel useful and engaged. We still want a reason to get up in the morning that feels meaningful without going back to the stress and structure of a full-time job. And if you're living alone in retirement, you carry the whole financial load. You carry the whole life admin load. You're the plan and the backup plan. So even if you're doing fine financially, money can feel more significant. Not because you're broke, but because it's all on you. Hi, I'm Michelle, and on my channel we talk about creating a peaceful, confident life after 50, especially if you're living alone, traveling solo, or navigating retirement. So let's talk about retirement side hustles, but I want to say this up front because the word side hustle can feel exhausting. If that phrase makes you picture burnout and whole hustle culture and working nonstop, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about income for peace. I'm talking about small, flexible income streams that fit your life instead of taking it over. Something that gives you breathing room and that helps keep you connected to people and the world. Something that gives you a little structure without stealing your freedom. And for a lot of retirees, especially early retirees, it's not about becoming rich. It's about creating options. Because two of the biggest worries people have in retirement are money and time. Not just, will I have enough, but also, what am I going to do all day? Retirement can feel like freedom and uncertainty at the same time. And a calm side hustle can solve both problems without turning your life into a second job. And if you're living off investments, there's an extra benefit. Even a little extra income can reduce the pressure on your withdrawals, meaning it can help you pull a little less from your portfolio, especially during down markets. So you feel steadier. It's like emotional insurance. Not because you're afraid, but because you're smart. Before I share some ideas, let's set a filter. A common pitfall retirees face when considering a side hustle is picking something that seems appealing on paper, but feels overwhelming in practice. Let's think about the filter we'll use. Does this energize me or does it drain me? Does it align with how I like to work? And does it bring peace or does it add stress? If the idea makes you feel a tightness in your chest, it might not be the right retirement side hustle for you. It might be you trying to recreate your job. The best retirement side hustle is often something you already enjoy, something you already know, or something you already do, but in a way that helps others. That's why retirement is the perfect time for this. You have decades of skills and life experience and a unique perspective and wisdom. You're free to use it in a way that benefits you. Let's start with one of my favorite categories because it fits your life if you're traveling at all. Turning your real life experience into simple digital guides. So many of us are traveling more in retirement. Weekend trips, visiting family, slow travel, solo travel, new cities, and we're already collecting information people would love to have. And I don't mean generic top 10 things to do. I mean the stuff people actually need, like where to stay if you're solo, what neighborhoods feel easy to navigate, and what's worth it and what's overrated. What do you wish you'd known before you went? What would you skip next time? That kind of advice is valuable because it's lived experience. This can be as simple as a PDF guide that you sell for a few dollars. It can be a short email newsletter. It can be a YouTube video series where you share your favorite spots and then offer a downloadable guide. The point is, you're not creating from scratch. You're translating your experience into something useful. Another retirement-friendly category is helping working people who are overloaded. Working people are stressed. They don't have time, and they will happily pay someone reliable and trustworthy to take things off of their plates. This could look like pet sitting, house sitting, dog walking, drop-ins, running errands, organizing, and helping someone prepare their home before guests come. And here's why I like this category. It's tangible, it's flexible, and it doesn't require you to build a whole online business if you don't want to. And you get to choose your level. You can do 1 client, 2 clients, a few hours a week, or you could do it seasonally. You can even treat it like this pays for my travel fund or this covers my groceries. That's the energy we want. Pet and house sitting is a big one, especially if you love animals. And you can set it up in a way that fits your life. You get to choose the boundaries. Weekends only, no overnights, only small dogs, only within a certain radius. Retirement is your time to create the rules. Another category that surprises people is renting out something that you already have in a low drama way. And I'll be honest, this one is very personality dependent. Some people love it and some people hate it. If you have a spare room, a guest suite, or a second property, short-term rentals can be an option. But it's not the only way to rent things out. There are niche options like renting out a pool or renting out storage space. I love these because they can be small monthly payments that add up without demanding a ton of your time. One of the most rewarding ways to supplement your retirement income is by tutoring, coaching, or consulting, leveraging your extensive experience. When I mention coaching, I'm not suggesting that you need a certification or a flashy website. Instead, I'm talking about what people are already seeking your expertise on. Are you the go-to person for budgeting? The one who can transform a space into a peaceful retreat? Or the expert in downsizing without losing your cool? The person who navigates retirement paperwork with ease, or the one who helps others make decisions without feeling overwhelmed? These skills are incredibly valuable, and you can offer them in a straightforward and retirement-friendly manner. Consider 1-hour sessions, a small package deal, a casual coffee chat call, or even a short workshop at a local community center. The aim isn't to create a huge business. It's to turn something that you already know into a source of income that feels enjoyable and helpful. If you enjoy thrifting, reselling can also be a fulfilling retirement side hustle that feels like a paid hobby. This is for the person who enjoys the hunt and already has an eye for quality. You find valuable items at thrift stores or estate sales and resell them online. And what I like about reselling is that you can scale it up or down depending on your energy. Now, if you're more creative, you can turn what you already love making into income. They can be small income streams that keep your creativity alive and your days feeling purposeful. For me, I have a small Etsy shop where I sell my original art on things that people use and gift, like greeting cards, jigsaw puzzles, and it doesn't feel like work. It feels like I'm just sharing something. And I also have several self-published children's books that I have written and illustrated. And if you don't want to deal with the inventory or shipping, there are print-on-demand options where you do the creative part and the back end gets handled. That's one of the reasons creative income can be very retirement-friendly. It's calmer, it's more self-directed, it's less chaotic. And then there's content creation, YouTube, social media, newsletters, based on what you already know and what you're already learning. Not because everyone needs to be an influencer, but because it's one of the few ways to create income streams that aren't tied to your time hour for hour. You can share your routines, your retirement mindset, your solo living systems, your budgeting methods, your travel life, whatever fits your world, And over time, that can turn into income, affiliate income, partnerships, digital products. It's easy to get caught up in thinking that you need to be an expert, but that's not the case. What really matters is being honest and helpful. People are drawn to authenticity, relatability, and the sense that they're not alone in their journey. Now let's bring this all back to the real point of today's video. A side hustle done the right way can give you structure without taking away your freedom. It can give you extra money without draining your energy. And it can keep you social and curious. And for solo retirement, it can reduce that low-grade money anxiety because you're not relying only on one income stream. So if you've been feeling that swirl of uncertainty about retirement, money, time, purpose, start with the simplest question. What do I already have? What do people already ask for help with? And what do you enjoy doing? What could you do for a few hours a week without feeling depleted? And you don't need to get it perfect. You just need to pick one small direction and try it. Make a profile, offer a service, create a simple guide, post a video, just one step. Because retirement today is active and engaged. It can be profitable if you want it to be. So tell me in the comments, what kind of retirement side hustle sounds most like you? And if you already have one that you love, share that too. Thank you so much for watching.